You can't tell nigga he can't whoop his hoe and she getting out of line. She the kind of hoe you got to whoop.
So the woman that you was with, you put your hands on your woman?
I will if she take me down.
No. Have you ever put your hands on your ex-wife?
No.
Okay, thank you. So all that shit that you talking is
I done slapped the shit out my baby mama.
Huh?
Yeah, I done slapped shit out my baby mama. Driving, bitch. Yeah. Hell yeah, I done open here and slap the shit out. Yeah, hell yeah, I slap the shit out of my bitch.
No.
That's my bitch.
No.
Man, you deal with your bitch. You discipline your hoe how you discipline yours. I'm gonna discipline mine how I discipline mine. And yeah, man, you got to kick some of them in their ass.
I'm telling you as a man, and I gotta hold you accountable. If I were to ever see you put a hand on a woman, it'd be a hard time for me to see that, Charleston.
Just be willing to go to jail or go to hell if you get in fact me and my bitch. Nigga, that go my brother. You better leave me alone about me and my bitch. Nigga, you better go home. Nigga, it's me and my hoe. You better stay out of this.
And then, boom.
That's how niggas die.
That's cool.
Me or you gotta die about this bitch.
And it's chances.
And now both our mamas sad.
The Vegas odds got me winning that fight.
Man, this ain't about no fight, nigga. We got to die behind my bitch. You interfering with me and
you
my bitch.
You don't even love her.
Nigga, I love my bitch.
How you gonna love her and you gonna put your hands on her?
Same reason you whoop your kids and tell them you love them and this why you doing this.
No.
It ain't no different. So think about this concept. You tell your children, I'm doing this because I love you. So why I can't whoop this hoe?
And that's why I'm gonna whoop your ass because I love you. Because I'm telling you, I have to tell you that ain't right. So I'm gonna whoop your ass and send you on your way.
Marvin Gaye had to kill his daddy, or his daddy killed his son for one of them for getting in fucking about that bitch. That's how don't get in that, man. Listen, don't get in that.
If I see a person putting their hands on a woman, I'm gonna put my hands on them because I love them.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you that ain't.
I'm shooting out anger. Yeah, I'm shooting out anger. Man, nigga ain't got no business getting in my business. What I'm saying, this my bitch. Nigga, you better leave us alone. Now everybody finna die. Cause you want now your kids finna be without their father cause you want to save this bitch.
I'm gonna be at home.
You don't know that.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be at home.
Because what ends up happening, it's always the good guy that loses his life. It ain't never the bad. We don't watch this situation hold, so that's why I don't get in domestic situation. If I see a nigga whooping this bitch, I mind my business.
Yeah, that's some sucker shit.
Especially if they fucking.
Nah, that's where you done said a lot of truth.
I don't get involved. I don't get involved.
You done said a lot of truth, but I can't agree with that.
Seen a lot of niggas play Captain Save a hoe trying to jump in a relationship, save a woman, and this nigga get killed, and she be putting money on that nigga books that killed you for trying to save her.
But
she coming to see that nigga, she writing that nigga, she still taking care of that nigga, and you done jumped in. Now your family is sad, and this bitch still fucking with this nigga that was slapping on her.
All right, so you guys all heard what Charleston White had to say. You might not like the messenger. You might not even like how he delivered the message. But you do have to take heed to what was said. Now, if you watch my channel, you know I'm not Mr. Red Pill. I used to have a Red Pill channel, and I actually covered this on a Red Pill channel before. But, you know, I since have left that Red Pill space. And like I said, the people in the Red Pill space are, for the most part, clowns, both the messengers and the target audience. But when truth is speaking, you kind of have to give an open ear to it. And this is true. This is very true. What Charleston White said is very, very true. And I'm going to break the whole thing down, and I'm going to use, you know, his words to kind of do that. But I will say, this is a shortened version of the original video. In the original segment, he goes on to say that he has jumped in and tried to help women when they're getting attacked. And then both the woman who's getting attacked and the man who's doing the attacking on the woman, they turn around and jumping. So he said to himself, oh, okay, well, this is just what y'all do. All this foolishness, all this fighting, this so-called abuse. This is just what y'all do. This is y'all's way of bonding or something. So let me get up out of here. So I think that's an important clip. That's an important piece of information. When it comes to protecting women and when it comes to this particular clip, Charleston White is talking about a very particular kind of woman. And he's talking about the kind of woman who openly chooses these kinds of men. And I'm going to actually show you guys that because of what he's through what he said, you can actually see, oh, he's talking about the women who are choosing to be in these abusive relationships.
You can't tell nigga he can't whoop his hoe and she getting out of line. She the kind of hoe you got to whoop.
So the woman that you was with, you put your hands on your woman?
I will if she take me down.
No. Have you ever put your hands on your ex-wife?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So right then and there, he's talking about the kind of woman, right? He said, some of them you got to put your hands on. Now, why would he say that? Because in his mind, in his estimation, and in the estimation of men who are going to, beat on their wives and girlfriends, there is some behavioral threshold that they don't want that woman to go above or below. And when that happens, violence ensues. Okay. Here's the problem. A lot of guys like this, they don't just do this in a vacuum. Like, they've let this girl know that this is the kind of person that they are. Like, they lead a whole life that's like that. These guys are drug dealers. These guys are criminals. These guys are, burnouts. They're the proverbial bad boy. So the woman is with this person knowing what they are. So he said, you can't tell me I can't whoop this woman. Well, the woman knows what kind of guy this is. He's shown all these character traits. It's very rare that that person just starts off a squared away investment banker and then he turns into Mortal Kombat on this chick just out of the blue. That's not how it works.
Thank you. So all that shit that you talking is
I done slapped the shit out my baby mama.
Huh?
Yeah, I done slapped shit out my baby mama. Driving, bitch. Yeah.
Okay, so he said he slapped his baby mama while he's driving. That, I don't want to be a victim blamer, but at the same time, a lot of times when you see stuff like that, like if you see stuff like that, like let's say you have a friend and he hits on his girlfriend, a lot of times that woman knows when and where to pick that fight. Keep in mind, I'm not victim blaming. I'm not saying that it's okay that she's getting beat on, because there's a lot of women who they are legitimately getting beat on and they are legitimately in a situation that they can't escape. We're not talking about that. His whole context here is talking about problematic women dating problematic men and getting into dangerous situations for onlookers who might want to intervene because they think that this woman is innocent. So that woman who's getting slapped on, your friend's girlfriend, whatever, a lot of times these women are choosing to pick fights because they know, oh, he's driving, he can't do nothing. Slap, just like he said. So the woman chose to be in that kind of a position. So you don't step in a situation like that.
Hell yeah, I done open here and slap the shit out of. Yeah, hell yeah, I slap the shit out of my bitch.
No.
That's my bitch.
No.
Man, you deal with your bitch. You discipline your hoe how you discipline yours. I'm gonna discipline mine how I discipline mine.
Okay, so now you also have to think about how he's referring to this woman. That's my beach. That's my beach. That's my woman. That's my hoe. These guys, like Charleston and like the guys who are gonna, you're gonna see slapping on women, that's how they talk about women. That's how they talk about these women. And the woman knows. The woman has heard him, not saying Charleston, but just whatever guy that you're going to see slapping on some woman. That woman has heard him talking about women like this, calling them bitches and hoes, referring to her specifically as a bitch, as a hoe, all of that. And she stays with them. Keep in mind, we're not talking about the women who are stuck. We're talking about the women who openly choose to be in these ghetto, horrendous relationships. You do not help these women because oftentimes they are full-fledged participants in that. That guy, yes, he's abusive, but at the same time, she chooses it. She wakes up every day and she chooses to be with a guy who talks about her like that.
And yeah, man, you got to kick some of them in their ass.
I'm telling you as a man, and I got to hold you accountable. If I were to ever see you put a hand on a woman, it'd be a hard time for me to see that, Charleston.
Oh, just be willing to go to jail or go to hell if you get in fact me and my bitch. Nigga, that go my brother. You better leave me alone about me and my bitch. Nigga, you better go home. Nigga.
So now he's openly telling Cam Newton, he's openly telling him, if you don't like me slapping on this woman, be ready to die or go to jail because I'm going to make you kill me or I'm going to kill you. And a lot of these women, that attitude, a lot of women like that attitude. They do. Keep in mind, once again, I got to keep reiterating this just in case some women watch this video. We're not talking about the women who don't want that. We're not talking about the women who got into a relationship with a seemingly normal guy and he turned into this. We're talking about the people who like the women who chose this, your sister, right? Your mom, your aunt, your female friend, whoever. There's a lot of women who choose to be with these openly violent, openly jealous guys. Like they think jealousy is cute until it takes them out or until it gets somebody killed. So he's saying, be ready to die or go to jail because I'm going to go all the way to that extent. And women like that. They like that aggression in men oftentimes. You never protect a woman who puts herself around a guy like that.
Me and my hoe. You better stay out of this.
And then, boom.
That's how niggas die.
That's cool.
Me or you gotta die
That's
about this
cool.
bitch.
And it's chances.
And now both our mamas sad.
The
'Cause
Vegas,
niggas-
the
Nah,
Vegas
man.
odds got me winning that fight.
Man,
Charles.
this ain't about no fight, nigga. We got to die behind my bitch. You interfering with me and
You
my
don't
bitch.
even love her.
Okay, so think about it. Cam Newton is like 6'6", and Charleston White is like 5'6", 5'7", and he's telling him, like Cam is saying, the Vegas odds have me winning this fight. If I see you putting your hands on somebody, I'm stepping in. Well, Charleston is telling him, we're not fighting. I'm taking it to the full extent. I'm going all the way to ignorance. I'm going to do the most ignorant thing I can possibly think of, and that's in somebody's life. Once again, I promise you, there are women who choose this level of ignorance. They choose this as a baby daddy. They choose this as a husband. They choose it as a boyfriend. They choose to move that person into their house. You'll see these women in the projects, or you'll see these women in the suburbs, and they'll have a house of their own because maybe they went to college and whatnot, but they chose a criminal as their partner. And then you thinking, oh, I should do something about this. No, she chose that. She chose that. And then you go over there as her brother or her cousin and say, stop slapping on my sister. And what happens? Now you dead. And she knew this was going to happen because this guy told her from the beginning, or he told her early on, hey, if somebody get in my business behind you, I'm going to take that person out. So she knew. So she's over there getting slapped on, getting beat on. She calls you, and in the back of her mind, she knows, oh, well, he said he's going to kill my brother if he comes over. But she calls you anyway. Now you end up dead. Nope, don't do it.
Nigga, I love my bitch.
How you gonna love her and you gonna put your hands on her?
Same reason you whoop your kids and tell them you love them, and this why you doing this.
No.
It ain't no different. So think about this concept. You
So
tell
look,
your children, I'm doing this because I love you. So why I can't whoop this hoe?
And that's why I'm going.
Now, you got to really think about that. That's like what he's saying is hilarious. And yes, he is actually playing the part of a character, and it's hilarious. But here's the problem. There's people who really think like that. There are people who actually factually think like that, and they reduce women to children. And the red pill does this often. They reduce women to children. Now, women and children, they're the same. And, you know, to be fair, in a lot of respects, they kind of are. Right? But that's neither here nor there. But he reduces this woman to a child and says, I'm allowed to beat you to show my love to you like I would a child. You have to think about that mentality. First of all, I don't believe that, you know, you should be beating your kids. That's like slave behavior. I do believe in like a paddle because it's more controlled and it's more, you know, but that's like super young. Once that kid can think and reason, it's like, okay, no more, you know, you raise your kid how you want, but I don't believe in beating on kids. But this guy, he's from the South, he's from Texas, and, you know, they, you know, do the whole corporal punishment thing, but he's thinking, oh, I can beat this woman like I would beat a kid. And this woman, I promise you, she chose that. I'm not going to say they had a conversation, but he, during the dating phase or whatever, the hookup phase, he said plenty of stuff to let her know that, hey, if you step out of line, I'm going to slap you. He said plenty of stuff. Not saying Charleston White, just saying the kind of guys that beat on women. They say plenty of things. They drop plenty of hints and plenty of breadcrumbs. And a lot of these guys have a track record. So the woman that's choosing them, they know he go upside a woman's head. But yet you're going to go over there and try to intervene when that's your sister or your cousin. Don't do it. She knew. She saw it coming. She vetted him for this very reason. She got with a dirtbag, so she didn't have to be a good person. She got with a dirtbag because it's exciting. Don't go over there and die because of that.
Whoop your ass because I love you, because I'm telling you, I have to tell you that ain't right. So I'm going to whoop your ass and send you on your way.
Marvin Gaye had to kill his daddy, or his daddy killed his son for one of them for getting in fuck about that bitch. That's how, don't get in that. Man,
Listen,
don't get in that.
If I see a person putting their hands on a woman, I'm going to put my hands on them because I love them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you that ain't,
I'm
we not
shooting
doing
out
it.
anger. Yeah, I'm shooting out anger. Man, nigga ain't got no business getting in my business. What I'm saying, this is my bitch. Nigga, you better leave us alone.
All right. So Cam Newton says the typical Superman, super simp type thing. If I see a man putting his hands on a woman, I'm going to do something. And that's problematic from a lot of different standpoints, because you could go over there and whoop that dude. And now what? Now you going to jail. Now you're going to jail. You're going to go to jail, or that person's they're going to take you out. They're going to delete you. They taking you straight off the census. Now you're gone because you wanted to be a superhero, because you want to police other people. Once again, We are not talking about women who get surprised with the abuse. Like they marry a good person, they date a good person, and that person turns into a cycle. We're talking about the women who openly choose this. So you're going to go over there like you're Superman, like you're bulletproof, and you're going to throw everything that you could be away. Who knows what you have going in your life or what you could have going on. You're going to throw it all away because of some woman who chose to be with a dirtbag. And Charleston White is telling you, he's speaking on behalf of the person who's going to eventually kill you. I'm shooting out of anger. I'm not going to let you come over there and put morality on me in the form of an ass whipping because you feel a certain type of way. That's not going to happen. I'm going to shoot. That he's telling you. And this is how these guys think. They're not going to just take a beat down like that.
Now everybody finna die. Cause you want, now your kids finna be without their father cause you want to save this bitch.
I'm gonna be at home.
You don't know that.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be at home.
Because what ends up happening, it's always the good guy that loses his life.
That is 100% facts. It's always the person making the right decision who gets hemmed up. It's like the kid in high school or in middle school. There's always that kid in high school or middle school who's they're smart, they're tall, they're talented, they're good looking, all of that. They're really good at basketball, football, whatever, but they hang around with bad friends. And what happens? All those people get in trouble and only one person ends up paying a real consequence because only one person had any real potential going for themselves in their life. And it's that one kid. It's like, yeah, all of y'all might go to jail, but those kids were worthless. They didn't have no future. You're going to jail. You're losing your college scholarships. You're losing your future, the whole nine. It's like Charleston said, the good guy is going to end up losing his life. Now, for some reason, it's rare that you see that the good guy jumps in and then the bad guy dies and then nothing happens to the good guy. Daniel Penny jumped in, saved the people on the train or the bus or whatever, and everybody was like, yeah, we're so glad he jumped in and did something. And they tried to crucify this guy. There's no reward for being a hero. Sit down.
It ain't never we done watch this situation hold, so that's why I don't get into domestic shit. If I see a nigga whooping this bitch, I mind my business.
Yeah, that's some sucker shit.
Especially if they fucking.
Nah, that's where you done said a lot of truth.
I don't get involved.
Charleston,
I don't get involved.
You done said a lot of truth, but I can't agree with that.
I done seen a lot of niggas play Captain Save a hoe trying to jump in a relationship, save a woman, and this nigga get killed, and she be putting money on that nigga books that killed you for trying to save her.
But
she coming to see that nigga, she writing that nigga, she still taking care of that nigga, and you done jumped in. Now your family is sad, and this bitch still fucking with this nigga that was slapping on her.
It's 100% true. As far as I'm concerned, all of this is true, right? Like you see what he's saying. If they are sleeping together, then she's choosing this. Like they are emotionally involved. If that woman is sleeping with that man that's slapping on her, that's cussing her out, that's treating her like a child, that's beating on her and all of this, if they are sleeping together, there is an emotional bond that you're not going to break. Just because he is slapping on her doesn't mean she wants you to go over there and body slam this dude through a table. This ain't the WWE. She don't want that. She might want him to stop slapping, but she don't want you to go over there and beat her boyfriend up. That's not how it works. And then you got to think, if you go over there and you beat this guy up, let's say you get put in jail. Is this woman going to pay your rent? Rent is due on the 1st. Let's say you get locked up and you can't make bail. Is she going to bail you out? No, she's not bailing you out. She'll bail her boyfriend out if he gets locked up. If you go over there and you get locked up, is she going to, buy a lawyer for you and say, Your Honor, he was defending me and he was doing the right thing. I was in a really bad spot. My boyfriend was beating me up, but this guy came and he saved me. Is she going to testify? Is she going to be a character witness? Is she going to testify on your behalf, or is she going to lie for her boyfriend? We already know the answer to that question. She's going to lie for her boyfriend. She's not going to testify on your behalf. She ain't going to buy you a lawyer. She ain't going to pay any of your bills when the legal expenses, when your legal expenses go up, she's not going to pay for any of it. She's not going to pay your rent. None of that. You are going to be destitute. You're going to lose everything because of that, and no one's going to care. Right, you're going to have to start a whole GoFundMe. And ain't nobody going to care. They're going to be like, hey, man, you should have sat down. So it's one of those things. You have to be realistic. You have to be realistic about what you're doing and how you're jumping in. And one of the big reasons that I say this is because now in 2025, going on 2026, you got places like Dearborn, Michigan that are being overrun by Muslims. You got places like what is it, Minnesota, that's turning into little Somalia. They got hundreds and thousands of Muslims and going on, millions of Somalians and whatnot. All these people in Islam beat their wives. Islam is a religion that talks about beating women. I did a whole video about it before. One of the major reasons that the red pill wants a religious reform is because they want to be able to control women. And one of the things that they joke about is we need Sharia law so we can control these women and take away all their rights and beat on them. So imagine you live someplace near Dearborn, Michigan, or you live around these Muslims who slap on their wives. You gonna go over there and help? Because their religion says they're allowed to uppercut their wife. And this is coming from people who are seemingly normal. We're not even talking about ratchet behavior. We're not even talking about a woman who's at a nightclub, drunk, acting stupid. We're not even talking about a woman who lives in the projects and she's a known hood rat dating a known criminal. Like this is before we even get to that. So you got to really think, if that woman is not your wife, if that woman isn't your sister, even if she is your sister, does your sister make good decisions in terms of the guys that she dates? Because a lot of dudes will know, my sister dates horrible men. My sister dates criminals. And you'll watch your sister date these horrible men and these criminals, and those people will be smacking on her and beating on her. And then you'll go over there to try to restore law and order. You'll go over there to try to teach that guy a lesson. And your sister will walk you right to the slaughter. Watch you die, show up at your funeral, boo-hoo, and she'll know the whole time. Your boyfriend said, hey, if her boyfriend was telling her the whole time, yeah, I smacked you, but if your brother come over here, I'm gonna lay him down. And she'll walk you straight to the slaughter because she don't think that he'll actually do it. And then you'll be dead and the whole situation was avoidable. And she crying right there with your mom and right there with your other siblings. It happens all the time. The graveyard is full of men who tried to defend a sister or a female friend or a cousin or even your own mom. Your own mom would do that, right? The graveyard is full of men who tried to defend women who did not deserve defending. The prisons are full of men who took a life in service of a woman who did not deserve defending. So like I said, I'm not Mr. Red Pill, but when the red pill is right, the red pill is right. The men in the red pill space tend to be losers. The messengers in the red pill space tend to be overly bombastic and, they're hypocritical. But what's right is right and what's true is true. Be very careful if you're going to think about defending a woman. If she's not your woman, don't defend her. That's the golden rule. And if she is your woman, the first line of defense is always going to be sound instruction. You tell her this is how you conduct yourself in public. This is how it's supposed to go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Then when somebody violates that, that's when you jump in. But just hopping off the porch to defend a hood rat, hopping off the porch and throwing your life away to defend a woman who chose to be in an abusive relationship that she's not even going to leave after you die or after you get locked up, she's going to be with that guy. Don't do it. Don't go out like that. It is never worth it. It just is what it is. Let that woman suffer her fate.